we even started a hashtag called Where's Jumaane? Because like, where are you? You're not out here. We don't see you out here. How these people don't even know his name? They're like, I'm like, who your city council member? Oh, Yvette Clark. No, that's your assemblyman. They're like, well, who's our city council member? I'm like, you know what? If you didn't know, that's fine. Because evidently he wasn't doing enough for you. Business out here suffering. Communities suffering. All type of disparities. I'm out here living it every day with them. He's not living it with them. He's living nice. You know, he's comfortable now. Yeah. You know, especially since he's trying to get the city council speaker seat, which Viviedo used to have, and so forth like that. So it's like a handoff. All right, since you've been loyal to me, let me get, I need you to hold this down for me right now. For what? For more money? For position? For power? To be the Hollywood boy for them? I'm sorry, I'm nobody's boy. I'm out here fighting a fight because this is what we have to do. Not because I want to get in it for the money. No. If I want to get in it for the money, I'll be out there doing what Spike Lee and them doing. Recording all my footsteps. But no, I'd rather be out here boots on the ground for the people. You know? I even found out, via Union Insider that this thing called Constitutional Convention coming up. It's the 20th year for it. Every 20 years it goes up to vote for New York State. He's voting yes on it. And literally this Constitutional Convention is being proposed by the Republicans. Why is you as a Democrat going to vote yes on something that the Republicans are opposing? Exactly, it's that money. Same way they got the independent Democrats now, that's where a lot of them are. They're flip-floppers, they play the gray line. You can't play with people's lives like that. So in this Constitutional Convention, they're literally going to gut the pensions from people, especially union members. They're going to gut the power from the union itself. They're going to gut out funding for public parks and for public hospitals. All the things that we have in our community that we need. You're going to take away our green spaces and take away our care. It's not enough that Donald Trump is trying to take away our health care. But you're trying to help them even further, but yet you're for the people. No, you're not for the people. But yet I see him, in the daily news, so forth like that, speaking about Trump. It's like, but you're not even better than him with what you're doing. Right. Yes, if the Constitutional Convention was being proposed by the right people, it can help us. But it's not proposed by the right people. You can't vote yes on something when you don't even know what the subsections are, or you want to stay ignorant to the subsections of it. That's going to hurt the people out here. We're already getting kicked out of our communities. Now you're trying to take away what's left of us that we have. Same way the park on Tilden and between East 48 to 49, he wants to build a community center there. Why are you trying to build a community center where there's already a park? This park that when I was a baby, I used to be on the swings of that park. Now, and that tells you how long. I'm about to be 36 next week. So that tells you how long this park has been there, way before I was even born. That's what the community has. Just because you got a few people in the community board that don't speak for the community, tell you this is what they want, doesn't mean nothing. That's not what the community wants. The community is not just the people who live on this corner and that corner. The community is the people in whole. People coming from here and there to go to this one park, that's literally all they have in that area. But yet, we have other empty lots. We have all these lots that these developers are snatching away from us that we can actually use for community centers. But yet, when I saw that happening, and then I saw the subsection of the Constitutional Convention says that it's going to take away funding from the public parks, I was like, this is what it is. It's hand in hand. He's preemptively setting up for this. But then also, there has to be a vote for you to get on the Constitutional Convention board. Everybody who votes yes, of course, is going to be in high favor to be on this board. They get voted on the board, not only do they get whatever salary they make for a position they have at the time, but they also get a year's worth of assemblyman salary for 2 weeks of work.
This kind of reminds me of the armor. It's basically the same situation.
But this is what they do.
Against it because, it's not going to be affordable housing, for them. But yet they're saying, but we're going to try to build a community, center inside it that's supposed to be great for the community. But yet all of those homes down there are going to be either tear down or the rent is going to be increased.
Exactly.
That's going to cause a lot of poverty.
Exactly. Because no matter what disparities we have in our community, affordable housing is always on top. Because we can solve everything else, but yet still be on the street. Still be on the street. We can solve police brutality, but yet not have a home to live in. But yet all of them are hand in hand with each other. It's racial disparities with us. It's racism within the system. The landlords are doing it. The developers are doing it. The police departments are doing it. The mayor is doing it. Just because he flaunted his black wife and children to us don't mean nothing. That's just your wife and children. That doesn't change what's inside of you. For all we know, that's your trophy right there. They say, hey, I got one of yours. Well, guess what? I don't see her standing too strongly with you on a lot of things, though. Let's be real about it. She knows what's going on. But everybody has to play. Everybody has to play a tune for the band. I'm not playing the tune for the band. I'm not out here to please, this politician, or as I call them, politicians. I'm not here to please you. I'm an advocate for the people, and I'm escalating my movement to a different level. But Malcolm X said it best himself. He said, we march, we chant, but what's next? I've marched for years. I've chanted for years. I've been fighting against school to prison pipelines since I was 12 years old. I've been fighting against rezoning, which is segregation, since I was 12 years old, and then moved from there and escalated more in the movement. Now, my what next is taking it to the part where I can start to help and control the legislation that will bring power back to our people, that will bring back resources and opportunities back to our people. Because they don't want us to have the privilege. You don't want to give it to us. Guess what? I'm going to take it. We're not going to be out here suffering no more. I live in this community. I'm out here seeing every day what's going on out here. Yeah, because the fact of that we're suffering wasn't enough for me. It's, you know what, let's see how much more you can survive. So how about the fact that I'm going to stop us from surviving and make us start living again? We got to live. When I say Black Wall Streets, people are like, but that's communities just around y'all. But see, Black Wall Streets have black and brown people in. They have people of color in. See, it was considered Black Wall Streets because that's where the power was coming from. From the movement of our disparities and our suffering, we fought and brought a lot of people into these levels to where they coincide with us. But then when you got white supremacy fighting and pushing back against you, they're like, oh, we don't want you to have that. But yeah, why is it that I go down the Eastern Parkway and there's a community there that I can't even live in? Or if I go down to Midwood, I can't even live or afford over there. I can't even have a community patrol for my community, but yeah, you got the showman.
Right.
That's why. Why is it I can't do community policing to where I don't need the cops in my community no more, beating on our youth and shooting us in our back 16 times? Why is it that I can't go and tell a developer, if you're not about to build 100% of affordable housing, you can't develop out here? But like I said, we march, we chant. This is what's next in my movement to make sure that I add more to empower our people. Because there's people out there who have this messiah complex. They want to be the face, and they want to be, they want to be the voice of everything out there. No, I just want to continue doing what I'm doing. I've been fighting. I will continue fighting. But now I'm kicking down the door and I'm coming into your plantation house. And now while I'm in there, I'm gonna make sure that things happen the right way. We gonna take down all these posters and all these and all these relics of that white supremacy era. We're gonna take all the Jim Crow era laws. We're gonna dash it aside. We're gonna break the foundation and we're gonna implement the things that are for our people. Because your privilege already grants you this, so you don't need anything more. But we're hungry. We're hungry. My belly's out here can't even get full because there's no opportunities for it. There's no opportunities for our children. No, it stops. It stops. It stops. It has to stop. You want to go out here and charge us $2,000 for a one-bedroom apartment, and then up our fares at the subways, and then wondering why we gotta hop the fare or claim squatters' rights. We wouldn't have to do it if we weren't forced to survive. Yeah. And then they talk about, oh yeah, we'll do $15. Now guys brought up our minimum wage. We'll do $15 an hour minimum wage. But yet, it's gradually getting there.
Right.
I'm sorry, my suffering wasn't gradually getting there. my bills aren't gradually getting there.
The struggle for people live here. And this is Brooklyn. And it's It's a struggle to live.
Yeah. So no developers can come in here and they're not trying to build us 100% affordable housing. Landlords need to now start taking it upon themselves to start doing rent rollbacks, because if not, they're going to be held accountable for that. No more tenant harassment, no more tenant intimidation, no more gentrification. Gentrification is still a new imperialism. That's all it is, imperialism. Displacements. Turn all shelters into permanent housing. So that way these kids and these families can stop moving around and not having a decent meal because they're, we got to move out this day. Can't enjoy their summer. Can't enjoy their Christmas. Can't enjoy their Thanksgiving. Kids have to change schools. Their frontal lobes now are now being compressed with oppression. Now they're being conditioned to accept that oppression. I'm here for the reconditioning. I'm here to teach our people. Win or lose, I'm gonna still be out here teaching our people. Win or lose, I'm still gonna be out there marching. Win or lose, I'm still gonna be out there chanting. Win or lose, I'm still gonna hold everybody accountable. Be it Jumaane Williams, be it Mayor de Blasio, be it any of these politicians out there that use our lives for their profits and their platforms. Enough's enough. What's up, bro? Yeah, man. So basically, you sign on the petition, you sign your name on the top, print it on the bottom, put your address on the side. And that's one step closer for us to get this affordable housing that we need out here. All right, good seeing you.
All right, thank you.
Oh, thank you. Basically, your signature on the top here. You print your name at the bottom. Definitely, ma'am. Yeah, so you sign on the top.
Oh, you sign?
Yeah, sign on the top. You print on the bottom, and you put your address inside right there.
And then if you ain't there, he set you up. You got a 45 with a body on it.
It's either you're gonna stay the way you are and keep screwing the people over, or you're gonna say, you know what, I'm gonna make a change off of that platform there and make something happen.
So you ready to bring the noise?
Oh yeah, been ready to bring the noise.
Okay.
Like I said, I've been right down that block there. I raised right on this block right here, Nostrand, Farragut, Glenwood. Graduated from Midwood High School, still get my birthday cakes from Lloyd's Bakeries. I remember when Portobello used to be KFC, T-Mobile used to be Carvel's, Popeyes used to be White Castle.
Right.
Like, I mean, I've been out here since then.
How old are you?
I'm 30, about to be 36 next week.
Wow,
Yeah.
nice.
And I've been doing this since the age of 12. Since the age of 12, I've been fighting against the school prison pipelines and the rezonings, which are really segregations when it comes to our communities. Displacement's been happening to our culture from the beginning. Displacements and gentrification is imperialism. It's been happening from nation to nation, block to block, home to home.
But people must learn to spread their wings and fly.
But here's the thing, a lot of people don't have that conditioning to do
They
that.
have to learn.
But a lot of them still
And
have
when
that
you start
conditioning.
teaching your people how to spread their wings and fly in the different resources that's available for them, instead of just stand in one place waiting for someone to give them the bread, you gotta let them know there are different resources.
And
even
this-
though you're running county lane for here, this is a hard district. This is predominantly youth. And they're willing to take it over.
Trust.
They
Trust.
have the money. Black people are not able to invest in buildings
Exactly.
and put in their own people to mess up their own communities. They're not willing to do that. You
But here's
understand?
the thing.
So now the Jew man goes, I'm willing to take somebody else's money.
Exactly, but here's the thing. With them doing that, see, they've been allowed to do that because it's been allowed. Put it like this.
No, we feel like we need them. When you
No.
show people I don't need
But at
this,
the same
I can
time,
go somewhere else.
but at the same time, we put people in positions of power to where they could have helped stop us. They could have helped educate, or could have helped hinder certain things from happening, to where it gives time for the build-up. But they don't allow that to happen. So let's say you have an assemblyman or a councilman that's getting money from these same developers.
Okay.
Now they're financing their campaign.
But you know they only give them money for certain things. That's why when you're a councilman, you have to know people. People have to respect you.
But here's the
People
thing.
have to say, okay, I'm willing to give you the money.
But here's the thing. When they give you this money, and these are the same people that are coming into the community, displacing the people, the same people who know they got that advantage and that privilege to do it, and they do it. And be the fact that you got this financing, this is pay for play, so you don't have no pushback against them. We keep on looking at the fact of money is what's gonna get things to happen. We're never gonna get nowhere, because if we're ever gonna fight this uphill battle of money, we will never get anywhere, because we'll never get to the level that they're at. When I fight against Jumaane, everything I get is from people in the community.
But why aren't you fighting with Jumaane? Why aren't you making sure that the money that he's getting is going into these schools.
But
Why aren't you a strong speaker on?
Because
he's able to be heard.
No, here it is. Jumaane had his time. He had 8 years.
Okay.
People have been speaking to him for 8 years. There's no more speaking. Now it's a change. A change has to happen. Because that's like me saying, oh well, Trump want to do healthcare, and he keeps on trying to execute healthcare, but people tell him don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. But yeah, he's still doing it. He's still allowing it to happen. When does the talking stop? Because you can only talk to somebody but so much. You can only talk to somebody but so much before you realize that there's no change from within them. So now you have to now take upon yourself to say, I'm gonna step up and be this change that's needed. He's been a councilman for 8 years, doing nothing. Just because he sent out a budget letter saying he allocated this millions and this millions and this millions to this, nothing has come from that at all.
But
and the disparities still happen.
As a unifying people, what have you been doing with him? This is what I'm saying, because you know he's been getting the funding. You know he has power in the community.
Well, here's what you do. You ask him why has he not been funding the grassroots organizations that he's fully aware of, who actually been out here doing what they've been doing. Why hasn't he? And they have spoken to him, and I have spoken to him. Why hasn't he said, know what? Since the Jewish community has the showroom, why don't we empower Cop Watch to make sure that we have community policing and to make sure that we Cop Watch are not cops.
Oh, what are Cop Watch?
I'm a Cop Watcher.
Okay.
I run the Brooklyn sector for Cop Watch. Okay. Cop Watch is a grassroots organization that holds the cops accountable for their actions. Okay. Eric Garner, Akai Gurley, Chantel Davis. We fight alongside with all the families of those who've been murdered by the police, against the police and their racist police.
Right.
So no funding has been received from Jumaane for any of these organizations, especially organizations of the families who have basically have their family members murdered by the police, who started grassroots organizations of their own. None of them. And none of the other city council members have done the same thing as well. Because to them, you're shaking the boat too much for their complacency. Gotcha. Once they put it like this, we can't afford half of the time with the subway or our rents. But yes, last year the city council voted to basically raise their wage from $96,000 to $156,000. You had 8 years to make changes, and there's no change out here. Cutting your funding, and the funding is going to go towards the grassroots organizations that's actually out here doing what they're supposed to do for the community. Now, if you want to start acting right now, because you know your funding going to get cut, okay, cool, but I'm going to start you off with the budget. And that budget is going to increase based off of what you do for the community, not based off of just what you want to ask me for. Because asking me for something doesn't mean anything. You have to prove that you're doing something with it, that you're utilizing the resources that you have, that you're getting funded to use for the community. And then when it comes to housing, I said this before, if you cannot build 100% affordable housing, do not come in this community thinking you're going to build it all. Whether I have to find a way to delay the permits, whether I have to find some type of ways to sanction you, whatever, so be it. But you're not going to build this community if you're looking to displace our people. It's not going to happen. These families have been living here for decades and for generations upon generations. These children are grown up here. They love here. They go to school here. They go to church out here. They are not to be displaced at all.
And so what position does the incumbent, Jumaane Williams, take in terms of affordable housing at this point? What has he done?
Put it like this. Right down the block over there, all the tenants got pushed out of their building, even the store. Next block over, 4 homes got demolished and developers took that over. You go down this block right here, same thing going on down there. Go another 3 blocks down there, same thing going down over there. Go around the corner on Farragut in 30 seconds, same thing happened there to a home there. And the developers actually they demolished the home, but left the lot looking the way it is to decrease the value of the other homes so that we can try to take over those for cheap. If Jumaane was in our community, he would see these things. If Jumaane cared about our community, he would stop what he's doing and do something about what's going on. If Jumaane cared more about the community than his image, then he'll be out here forcing these developers to comply with the state laws and city laws to make sure there's actually affordable housing, to make sure these landlords are not intimidating and harassing the tenants anymore. But when you got grassroots people like myself that are doing this, it speaks a lot the person who's getting funding to stop it, who has the voice and the platform to stop it, isn't doing it, it shows a lot. So he's done nothing. He sends out a budget letter that says, oh, I've allocated millions to this, I've allocated millions to that, but where's the millions? Why is it the people that you have basically gave funding to, why are they not being held accountable to do what they're supposed to do with that funding? It's not about a don't ask, don't tell policy. It's not about a out of sight, out of mind type of thing. It's basically you have to keep everybody accountable, starting from yourself. Self-accountability, then hold everybody else accountable, and that's what's not happening. There's no accountability. And it's not just him, there's other council members out there that's doing the same thing. Lori Cumbo and the rest of them.